Welcome to the iconic DHL Stadium, where the next generation of South African rugby is ready to ignite the stage after the senior side went down 33-24 to Connacht in the URC. Well, today it is round 4 of the SA Rugby U23 Cup, and today we witness a fierce north-south showdown. The DHL Stormers U23 take on the Vodacom Bulls XXIII, and Cape Town has certainly delivered a classic autumn afternoon, mild with a light breeze rolling off the Atlantic, near perfect rugby conditions where handling will be sharp and tempo could be electric. Coming into this clash, the Bulls sit second on the log with 6 points, while the Stormers are just behind in third with 5 points, separated by the finest of margins and everything to play for. It is a redemption versus reinforcement. The Stormers will be desperate to defend their home turf and rewrite their recent results, while the Bulls do arrive confident, clinical and hunting consistency, and this is where futures are forged. This is where rivalries are deepened. This is where young men announce themselves. And my name is Setu Time, and this is the next chapter of South African rugby. Beautiful scenes at DHL Stadium. The crowd has made their way out during the URC fixture of the Stormers and the Connacht. Not really pleased with the result, but DHL is hosting yet another fixture. It's SA Rugby U23. Vodacom Bulls made the trip all the way from the capital to the mother city to take on the Stormers U23. And of course, the Stormers opened their campaign with a gritty 21-10 win over the Sharks before being brought back to earth in a heavy 68-26 defeat to the Bulls in Pretoria, with the Bulls, meanwhile, have shown their firepower, demolishing the Stormers in that last encounter, but also tasting defeat against the Lions in a tight battle. Weather conditions pitch perfect. There was a lot of moist. It was a bit dewy in the morning, but the mother city showing some sunny rays in what promises to be a blockbuster of an under-23 fixture. And thank you for joining us on our YouTube channel. This is Global Sports Network. Like, share and subscribe. And just having a look at how the camps are lining up today. Luka Bukas anchoring the front row for the Stormers, alongside Mkheli Kuzwai and Sazi Sandi, who's had a stint with the senior side of the Stormers. Adam Duval, Connor Evans will be partnering that lock position, and Keko Morabe getting some mileage in those legs will be at the back of that scrum. Imad Khan, Dominic Malchas will be the 9-10 combination, and Jonathan Roche and Josh Bowler, the captain, will be the center partnership. And with the Bulls, Apiwa Shelembe, Joan Elsa, Jean Erasmus will be heading up their front row. Namaklaba will be familiar with this ground as he had a stint with the Stormers, captaining the side today. In the number 6 jumper, Junior Bokomela, as well as Cephas van Bouillon complete that forward pack. Neil Leroux, Vian Mentua, 9-10 combination here for the Bulls. And Marnus Rademeyer and Ruan Enslin will be the opposite center pairing for the Bulls. Of course, confidence from the Bulls outfit. The last time these two sides met, the Bulls were victorious by a significant 68-26 margin. And we're just moments away from the kickoff scheduled at 4 o'clock. Better buckle up, it's about to be a bumpy ride. As the men from Pretoria, the Vodacom Bulls, make their way onto the park, led by the captain Namaklaba, the former Stormer, sitting in second place. They'll be feeling confident. Last time these sides met, they were victorious. A statement. Can the Stormers come back and get one here in front of their faithful? Josh Bowler leading the Stormers onto the park. Beautiful conditions, beautiful lights under the DHL Stadium, sensational. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe on our YouTube channel, bringing you nothing but the best Western Cape rugby has to offer. And of course, we're also national. As we get ready for this fourth round of the SA Rugby U23, pressure will be felt by the home side. They'll have to come back with a positive result today. And the man with the whistle, Joan de Bod. Some big names as well in the Stormers under-23. Suleiman Nassenberg at right wing. And we are going to observe a moment of silence for Chippy. Class shown from the Bulls in remembrance of a Stormer stalwart. As we observe a moment of silence. It's time to razzle dazzle. Stormers feeling the pressure from the last encounter against the Bulls. They'll be looking to get a positive result today in front of their faithful. And the Bulls will be kicking us off. And they'll be playing from your left to right on your screens. And to get us underway in this fourth round will be Viana Mentua from the Bulls. And off, and we are underway. And Mentua sends us into the fourth round of the SA Rugby U23. Picked up Khan, his first carry. Ratu Kuzwayo. Some slow and steady. A lot of communication there from that ruck. Imad Khan just wants it to sit perfectly for this box kick. And as he sends it over the touchline, he would have been hoping for some more meters. But safety has been received. First opportunity to attack from set piece Bulls with a line out. Joan Elsie. Just getting the line in order. Just to make sure all is in order before we proceed with play. Joan Elsie to the back. He finds Janse van Reesberg down the line. Here's Mentua. First opportunity here. JJ Theron on the 10. Oh, sumptuous passing here from the Bulls. Here's Henry Immelman breaking away. Sends the pass out wide. Oh, first opportunity here for the Bulls. This will have another look here for that forward pass, but play on. And the try's been scored here. Joan de Bod is happy. First opportunity here. Riyad Bams over the white toss for the Bulls. Sensational. It all started with attacking those fringes. Mentor, great distribution. Makes the pass to Van Bouillon on the 10. Great ball presentation. Change of direction from Neil Leroux. Lovely passing. Henry Immelman with the perfect line. He bursts right through. And yet again, Joan Elsie does the right thing. Makes the pass to Riyad Bam. What a try from the visitors. Well, that pass to Riyad did look a bit a fraction forward. I'm sure the TMO would have looked at that already. Mentua, the distance won't be a problem, but only the direction. 5 points, 2-0. The Bulls lead. Great defensive effort though. Ball presentation, great awareness, identifying the space on the short side. Great awareness. Province, or rather the Stormers. Malchas with the reset. Immelman cleans up for the Bulls. Leroux with the box. goes straight into touch. This will be a great opportunity here for the Stormers as they find themselves in Bulls territory. Now their opportunity to attack from set piece. Luca Bacchus of the Stormers. And that line out contested, but gets to the hands of the Stormers. Here's Malchus. Oh, back inside. A great running from Rocher. On the 10. Change of direction. Here's Khan. Trying to find his spot. Great carry there from Luca Bacchus. And here we go again. The captain, Bowler. Oh, great passing into play here. Berger. Does very well to fight on the ground. Khan looking for options. Aluta Wesi. He's awake. Stormers enjoying some great possession here, just unfortunate. Just a handling error from the Stormers. They were playing under advantage. Some great passing into play from the home side. That was a free hit with an opportunity now to get deeper in the Bulls territory for an instant response. Malchus gets his team inside the 22. Great opportunity here for the home side. Luke Berger, you can just have a look at him. He's fairly shallow. He's going to be part of this variation coming up. With Atzenberg on the opposite touchline. Anticipate some expansive running here. Kuzwaya just giving the call there to Bacchus. And they go to the front. Evans rolling more here for the Stormers. Bacchus is behind. It's another advantage here for the Stormers. The Bulls need to be wary of the discipline in the 22. Khan digging for it. Down the line. Sumptuous passing. Malchus under pressure but breaks away. Is Dominic Malchus unable to get that offload. Now Matlaba ever so lethal in the breakdowns, but that was a penalty advantage for the Stormers. Just swimming in the more here. Another opportunity to attack from set piece. The Stormers enjoying some great real estate advantage here. Just 6 minutes played. A great opportunity here for the Stormers to draw level and to take the lead. To the front. Another rolling more here for the Stormers. Getting some momentum over the 5. They need to be wary here as the Bulls are driving them over the touchline. That's amazing defense from the Pretoria outfit. A bit too hasty there from the Stormers, rushing that more. Just not getting that direction where they needed it the most. And that's a free throw. Haha, cheeky. Joan Elsie. Another opportunity. Joan Elsie goes to Van Rensburg. Klaba. Fast his way over the 5. The former Stormer. And that ball, well, Luca Bacchus was over it. They were just waiting for the ref to make the call, not playing to the whistle, and that ball has been kicked down yet again by Leroux. The Stormers need to regroup. Their lineouts are heavily contested by the Bulls. JJ Theron making it difficult for the Stormers. Khan, Malchus. Well, no one seems to want the ball. I'm not too sure who that pass was aimed at, but Malchus has to clean up here for the Stormers and is losing it on the ground, back in possession of the Bulls. Oh, that's a huge relief for the Stormers. Just unable to connect here. All the Stormers. A bit of overrunning. And Malchus did well to clean up for the Stormers. And with another penalty, and that is a sumptuous kick. Oh, that's a monster over kick from Dominic Malchus. Taking the Stormers back into Bulls territory. Another opportunity for the forwards. To the front. Well, that's not going to help their cause. Imad Khan lost it backwards. Here's the Stormers. Well, that pass, not to the Stormers' hand, to a Bull's hand, and Neil LaRue will take that gift. Oh my word. Another interception here at DHL Stadium this afternoon, and Neil LaRue snatches that pass away from the Stormers line and to extend their lead. I mean, just have a look here. The Stormers were trying to get some passes and build some phases. From that breakdown, Imad Khan making the pass out. Just no one running onto the ball. And Neil LaRue read that like a bedtime story. Had a lot of work to do, a lot of meters to gain, but has scored the try. The Bulls in control. And Vian Mentua adding the extras. 12 points to 0, 10 minutes played. The Stormers will need to connect. The Stormers will need to get some gelling in their team. Scoreboard pressure just starting to build up for the home side. And they certainly do know they can get better. Malchus with the reset. Under it is Immelman. Gets over the 22. LaRue taking his time. Looking for his pod. Just dummies there. Goes the opposite side. Is a scrum off from the Bulls outfit. Just making sure the pillar and post are wide awake. Very nippy. Shelembe. Building some phases here for the Bulls. Happy to be patient with ball in hand. Enjoying a 12-point advantage of the Bulls. LaRue with the box. Under it. Berger. But was in touch. Great idea. Great execution from Neil LaRue. That box pinpoint accuracy. Forcing the Stormers just to make some errors. And those 50-50 calls at the moment are being enjoyed by the away team. And it's like a pure Shelembe just tying his laces. There's the younger loose head. Just getting that grip. Micheli, Kuzwayo, Luka Bakis and Sazi Sandi from the Stormers up against Apua Shelembe, Juan Elsie and Jean Erasmus. A lot of meat in that forward pack. Scrum fed by Neil LaRue. And the Stormers enjoying that second shot, but picked up at the back is Boko Mela. Oh, well met on defense and driven back, but does fight in contact. LaRue. Shelembe. Oh, strong carry from the loose head, but stolen by Kuzwayo, who gains valuable meters here for the Stormers. Bacchus. Now Matlaba will need to watch his discipline and his hands out. Malchas. Now Matlaba is a nuisance in those breakdowns. Khan looking for options. Sandy. Well, no one seems to be wanting the ball. Was that the right idea? Because now the Bulls are back in possession. Unforced error. Mentua sees some space. And that kick cleaned up by Berger. When he does well to shimmy his way through. And that kick downfield. Back with the Bulls. Opportunity to counter by Immelman, who's had a great start in the first 13 minutes. Van Biljon cleaning up here for the Bulls. Leroux, Bokomela. Happy to be patient with the ball in hand. Here's Mentua. Slices it on the side of his boot, but will cause some doubt here for the Stormers, and they let it bounce, and it bounces back in favor of the Bulls and running away with it. Van Biljon of the Bulls. Looks like there's a player down here for the Stormers. Here's Mentua. They're going to play on Erasmus. Oh, and that pass not connecting yet again, and that's a heavy collision there. It looked a bit nasty there. Dominic Malchas and Riyad Bam. It's good to see that Riyad is back on his feet, but Malchas has stayed down. As well as Mkhelu Kuzwayo just receiving some medical attention on the near side. Well, at this stage, the Bulls have been playing with more accuracy, more intention with ball in hand, attacking those fringes and attacking those branches, forcing the defense to draw in and creating the space on the outside. And with the Stormers, just the passes aren't sticking as yet. Just a bit passive with ball in hand. And right now you can just have a look, they are huddled. A lot of conversations will be had. Explode into the ball, one-on-one tackling. And just making sure that you put the forwards in a great position. They did receive some opportunities in the 22. Just the execution from that line out was found wanting. As well as that miscued pass from Imad Khan, which resulted in an intercept by Henry Immelman. Just 15 minutes played, and the scores remain at 12 points to 0 in favor of the Bulls under 23. And it will be a feed for the Stormers. And that ball makes its way out to Berger, trying to get some space with the kick downfield. Henry Immelman connects it to the sky. Berger rushing forward to get it, does in great fashion. And Nama Tlaba imposing himself yet again in that breakdown. And Imad Khan with a great kick. Oh, just cleaning up there is Rowan Ensland. And that return kick will be well positioned by Malchas. Riyad Bam under that kick from Malchas for the Bulls, who are feeling quite superior at this stage. Leroux. Put to ball. Zach Berger. Under it. Oh, and he does lose it, unfortunately. And also another unforced error. Just getting that ball from an offside position and just gifting possession back to the Bulls. An opportunity for them to attack from set piece. Aluta Wesi is upset with himself. Who's a young man. And the Bulls will be happy with that opportunity as they take matters back into Stormers 22. And they'll be licking their lips with this opportunity to further extend their lead. Joan Elsie. For the Bulls. And they go straight to Nicolas Janssen van Rensburg. Rolling more here for the Pretoria outfit. Getting over the 5-meter line. Some momentum is with the Bulls, and the try will be scored by Joan Elsie. Quick, swift, and lethal. The Bulls rolling more, extending their lead to 17 points with the extras to come. Joan Elsie connecting yet again with Nicolas Janssen van Rensburg. And that rolling more set quickly. Precision from the get-go. The Stormers hapless on defense. And Joan Elsie will score one of his easiest tries of his career. Stormers under a lot of pressure in the first 20 minutes in this fourth round of the SA Rugby U23 Cup. And Vian Mentua. Oh, talk about fortunate. He has the extras. Here's the Bulls pivot. 19 points to no. Scoreboard pressure certainly felt by the Stormers. They need to be on the scoreboard to change the dynamics of this first half. How can they make their way back? And that reset bounces in favor of the Stormers. And here they go again. Imad. Mars. The Stormers, they need to respond. Here's Deval. Brought to ground. Khan. Fani Malchas. Roche. Breaks away. Chicken wing. Straight to Berger. Oh, just lost it in contact. And the Bulls are enjoying some great dominance here with or without the ball. Stormers just finding themselves making quite a number of handling errors in the green zone. The Bulls not even rushing on defense, just keeping their line integrity and closing off the inside channel. And those double hits are quite effective, stopping all momentum coming from the Stormers, and which result in a Stormer handling error. The Bulls enjoying some dominance. $19 points to no, 20 minutes played. Concerning for the Stormers. And the official, Joan de Bod, just communicating quite thoroughly with the pack. Just letting them know that he is the man in charge and safety has to be adhered to, particularly with these conditions. Neil Leroux looking to feed here for the Bulls. And the Stormer scrum getting some momentum. Here's Pokomela at the back. Neil Leroux trying to make that pass. Well defended. by Malchus. Still in possession. Here's the Pretoria outfit, gaining ever valuable meters. Back to the short side. Here's Ron Elsey with a perfect line. Slow ball here for the Bulls. Neil Leroux shaping for the box. And it's another hanger. Under it is Hartzenberg. Safe under the high balls. He'll be hoping for more action in this first half. There's the 50 cap Stormer. Khan. Kuzwayo. Stormers need more feet on the ground. Khan shaping for the box. And it's a lovely hanger. Contestable. Well, no one seems to be jumping for the ball or trying to get possession back here for the Stormers, and the bounce still in favor. And that ball back to the Stormers. Here's an opportunity. Connor Evans. Stormers need some quick ball here. Was that from the side? Dabod right on top of it. Decisions have to be made here for the Stormers. Easy 3 points right in front of the poles, but they'll be seeking for maximum points. And it looks like Malchus is looking to kick it out to touch. Well, he would have been hoping for a better distance, but they do find themselves in the 22. The Stormers, they need to respond. Straight to Evans, rolling more here for the Stormers. The Bulls have to be careful here not to swim on the small, but doing just enough to stop this momentum. Another penalty advantage in the 22. I'm sure the captain, Josh Bowley, will be asking the ref how many warnings. This is the third penalty from a rolling more here, conceded by the Bulls. Another opportunity here for the Stormers to attack from set piece. The glorious, glorious real estate advantage. And Malchus sends it through to touch. They need to come back with a result. Here's Connor Evans, the Stormers trying to get some momentum here. The Bulls pushing them out to touch. And here's Khan. Roche on the 5. The Stormers have to come back with something positive here. Connor Evans stopped in his tracks. They need quick ball, building some phases. Here's Khan again now. Wesi gaining some momentum here. The ball has been spewed. Namakaba. And that moment there was a Richie McCaw-esque. Here the Stormers with ball in hand. Fuller. Slow ball here for the Stormers. They need to come back with a positive result. The Bulls doing just enough to stop all this momentum. The Stormers have to penetrate. Here's Sazi. Well, not exactly sure what Nicolas Janssen van Rensburg was thinking with that moment. And this will be a warning for the Bulls. Another offside. Decisions have to be made here from the Stormers. They do have like slight advantage in the scrums, but it looks like it will be a quick tap. Sazi Sandi, the big tank, gets over the advantage line for the Stormers. Short of the whitewash. Here's the Stormers. Back to Morabi. He was far too upright. Here's a big number 8 of the Stormers, and now it's been held up. An easy turnover here for the Bulls. Another opportunity gone a begging. Well, this has been the theme for the Stormers in this first 26 or so minutes. All the opportunities were coming and have been provided for the Stormers, but they're just finding it difficult to find that last pass that can get them over the whitewash. Decent crowd here at the stadium as the rain starts to pour here in this beautiful, beautiful field here at DHL. Handling will be tested. Neil LaRue feeds a scrum for the Bulls, and the Stormers with a counter shove. And they earn themselves another penalty here on the 5. Surely this is the moment for the Stormers. Malchus sends it out to touch. High pressure. Bulls have been defending valiantly. How long can they defend? Oh, here's some variation in the line out, but well defended by Janse van Rensburg. Oh, this is sensational defense from the Bulls. Back to Vian Mentor. How did the Stormers lose that ball? LaRue. Worrying moments for the Stormers. But they do enjoy some great real estate advantage. They've been camping in the green zone, just finding it so difficult to convert. Looks like there's a player down for the Bulls. We'll just confirm shortly. Looks like Riyad Bam just tying his shoelaces. And also looks like Nicolas Janse van Rensburg just making his way off. Will be replaced by Janus Kirsten. Looks like we'll be going for an HIA. What a stalwart for the Bulls. But the Stormers on the 22, Luca Bacchus. And this time they go again to Adam Duval. Here come the Stormers on the 22. Taba on top of that breakdown. Khan. Kuzwayo. Strong carry from the loose head. Fast his way to the ground. Here's the Stormers. Bowler. Gaining ever so valuable meters. Evans. Great low position. It's a big fight in the breakdown here from the Bulls. Not giving the Stormers any opportunity to breathe here. Khan. To Devon Fuller. Khan again. Miscue. And that bounce will favor the Bulls, and a kick downfield. Henry Immelman. Oh, it bounces in favor and he loses it. Oh, that's Ruan Ensslin. Well, it is starting to rain. It is going to be a bit moist. And that's an opportunity gonna begging for the Bulls. What a huge sigh of relief here for the Stormers. Just passes not getting to hand here for the Stormers. And great anticipation from Ruan Ensslin. It bounced in his favor. He did just enough. He had it. And it just spewed off. It's a bar of soap at this stage. The Stormers with another huge sigh of relief here. 10 minutes left in this first half. The Stormers will have a lot to think about come halftime. Stormers unable to find any answers here to respond. The Bulls enjoying some great scoreboard advantage. Khan with the feed. Sazi Sandi dominating on that tight head position. Here's Rocher. Fights his way to the ground. Here's Khan shaping for the box. Ruan Enslin under it. This time he gets it. Looks for the counter. Immelman. Same side. Mentua. Sumptuous pass down to Bam. Tries to dance in a 5-meter radius. Gets to ground. Bulls happy to be patient with ball in hand. It's another box. Luke Berger. This time he gets it on the high balls. Safe for the Stormers. Imad Khan trying to sneak his way on the 5-meter and does well to win a penalty for the Stormers. Malchas a few meters shy of the 50. As the rain starts to pick up, can the Stormers also pick up the tempo? Just losing his footing. Lutawesi cleans up for the Stormers. Imad Khan shaping up for another box. It's a lovely contestable kick, and Suleiman Hassenberg almost had it. And just losing it as he got to ground. Well, that's been the theme in this first half for the Stormers. No answers to this Blue Bulls onslaught. The Bulls with the feed. Bokomela picks up at the back, goes straight. Mentor tries to stop him, but Bokomela gets over the halfway line and he gets over the 10. A strong carry from the Bulls' 8th man with the tails up. Here come the Bulls. Theron just losing it as got to ground. It's a bar of soap at the stage. Handling errors will be frequent as the conditions are somewhat unfavorable. Bokomela with another telling carry from the back of that scrum, gaining a valuable 20 or so meters for the Bulls. And just unfortunately for Janus Kirsten, trying to add some impetus here for the Bulls, just losing it as it got to ground. And of course, some spectators are enjoying a double blockbuster here at DHL Stadium. They were enjoying some URC earlier. Now they're enjoying some SA Rugby U23. No better way to spend your Saturday. Braving the conditions. Just receiving some medical attention again. Looks to be a Piwe Shelembe for the Bulls. Just under 5 to play. And the Stormers already making some substitutions. Lucanio Vogozela making his way on for Luka Bacchus. As well as Adam Deval making his way off, replaced by Gary Porter. The Stormers not having a first half they would have wanted. Just under 5 to play. Scrum fed by the Stormers. Some dominance here with the second shove. They're looking for their advantage. Doesn't come. Berger. Straight to Rocher. Tries to penetrate. But well met on defense by Bafa Nikar of the Bulls. Oh, great shimmy from Vogozela. His first touch is a positive one. Kuzwayo. Or rather, Aluta Wesi. And the kick downfield will be fielded by Enslin. Oh, great chase from Khan under pressure. Zimmelman over the ball. Bulls did just enough to protect that ball in the breakdown. Leroux. And that's a resounding touch finder, just relieving some stress or some pressure from the Bulls. First opportunity, Vogozela. That's a sumptuous throw from the hooker. Straight to Porter. Rolling more for the Stormers. Bulls have to keep the discipline, yeah? Oh, and they do just enough to turn that ball over. And the theme continues for the Stormers in this first half. It will be interesting in the Stormers change room come half-time. A lot of introspection will be needed. It is a game of two halves. The Stormers will be looking to have a much, much better second half. 19 points, the difference. Stormers yet to put something on the scoreboard. Stormers have been enjoying some dominance in the scrums. Only one penalty in scrum for the Stormers. They'll be looking for a similar result in this Bulls feed. And that's a monster scrum here for the Stormers. But Boko Mela yet again picks up Malchas. Neil Leroux with the box. It's another Contestable kick here, and Ainsland disrupting the Stormers here, and the bounce. And a penalty awarded to the Stormers, playing the ball on the ground. Countless opportunities for the Stormers, just unable to execute. Another opportunity from a penalty. Dominic Malgas, 1v1 situation with Boko Mela, and he did well. And the halftime siren. Straight to Porter. Under all sorts of pressure is Khan. Breaking away is Imad Khan. The pace injector and the offload to Dominic Malgas. Can you believe it? Sensational. That's the spark that the Stormers needed. Yes, the tempo they needed. Imad Khan stepping in the name of love right through the gap like a hot knife through butter. What a try. And then offload on the deck to Dominic Malgas to put the Stormers on the scoreboard. It all started with this great throw from Vokozela straight to Porter. And Fuller made the pass straight to Khan. Oh, what a step from the nippy scrum off. Explodes in the gap with the goose, letting it loose. Ruan Ainsland chasing the wake. And that offload. One for the highlight reels. Sensational for the Stormers. And Khan adding the extras. They have the loss say in this first half. 19 points to 7. A great end to this first half for the Stormers. Not great on the scoreboard, but they'll take some great confidence come the second stanza. And we'll see you after this short break. just to have a look at what happened in the first half. The Bulls in great command in this first half. Instrumental is a Vian Mentor, as well as Neil Leroux, just playing with great intensity. Henry Immelman did very well to explode in that gap. And Joan Elsey running like your vintage Cody Taylor to set Rian Bam to score the first try for the Bulls. Barely 5 minutes played, but the Stormers had to respond immediately. And strong carrying as well from Jonathan Roche. Strong, big centre, just unable to penetrate the Bulls' defence at the stage. And this another try intercept. A missed time pass by Imad Khan. Read that like a bedtime story. Another try scored here from Neil Leroux. 2 quick tries in great succession. The Stormers didn't have any response. And also with their lineouts, the rolling maul has been sensational. The main from Pretoria sticking to their theme, and yet again Nicolas Janssen van Rensburg setting up for the Stormers. The rolling maul far too easy here for the Bulls. Behind it is Joan Elsey. Great patience, great composure from the Pretoria outfit. They were showing some great dominance in the first 20 or so minutes, but the Stormers, they did have some opportunity as well, just unable to let the ball stick. The Bulls very much alert. Ruan Enslin, this would have been the try of the day. Great chase from the right winger. He had the ball and it just spewed off his palms like a bar of soap. A missed opportunity for the Bulls and a huge sigh of relief for the Stormers as he gets some applause from his teammates. And here, the Stormers, Vogozela in the place of Bacchus, finding a Porter. And this is where the Stormers ended the first half on a high. Imad Khan stepping in the name of lava right through the gap like a hot knife through butter, letting the goose loose. Ruan Enslin did very well to stop that moment, but their offload on the dig was sensational. The Stormers having the loss in this first half, and of course I'm not alone for the second half. 19 points to 7. Benyer, you had quite a lot of work to do. Presser for the UFC, and now you're back here.
Good afternoon, Seth. Good afternoon to all the viewers. If you just joined us, score 19-7 at halftime. What a great first half it's been so far. And yeah, it's been a great first half here so far. We've seen the Bulls dominate so far. 3 tries to 1 here. Really, they control this game. For the Stormers, though, they've got to find a way in the second half to come back. They've got to find a way to penetrate that defensive line, get the ball in hand, build up some phases, and hopefully get some more points on the board. Because last week we saw the same thing. Bulls were dominant. They started the game really strongly, and then what happened was catch-up was a bit too late.
100%. And of course, Bulls have come to Cape Town with a lot of confidence. They've come to Cape Town knowing they did the job back in Loftus, and now they want to replicate that performance here at the DHL Stadium. And of course, for the Stormers, a lot will have to be said in the change room, as they will know exactly what happened at Loftus, and they'll be looking to rewrite that script for this afternoon.
Yeah, absolutely, Sisetu. That's exactly what the Bulls want here. The conditions haven't been easy as well. Underfoot, it's been slippery, it's been wet, it's been rainy as well. We saw in the previous game, it was on coverage here as well. Not easy conditions to play in. But you got to do the basics well in this game. That's the essential, Sisetu. Do the basics, and the basics will get you the victory.
100%, and that's the one thing that the Stormers have not been doing in this first half. Just sticking to the basics. It is wet underfoot, it is moist. Play to your structures, make use of their forwards. Just trying to be too expansive far too easily, and that's where the errors will start coming in. And with the Bulls on the opposite end, they've been patient with ball in hand, running the right areas of the field and playing right with the right areas of the field. That's one thing the Stormers will need to make sure they contribute with in the second half.
Yeah, if I could just add as well, I think the game drivers in the game as well. We saw Imad Khan, when he got opportunity, when he got burst to that gap, he needs to be more involved in this game. Stormers need to build things more around him now. He's one of the senior players here from the Stormers main side now in the 23, so got to use him effectively in the second half. And just got to keep the ball in hand a little bit, because they are playing catch-up rugby now. They're essentially chasing 2 tries here, so got to just keep the phases going, keep the ball in hand, and play in the right areas of the field as well. That's very important.
100%. I mean, for the Stormers as well, they do have some big names in the forwards as well. Sazi Sandi, as well as a 50-cap Stormer, Suleiman Natzenberg in the right wing, as well as Keke Morabe. He'll be hoping to have a much better second half as well at the back of the scrum, as Junior Pokomela has been dominant in the first half.
Yeah, Sisetu, 100% correct. They need to go back to their game drivers, go to the senior players. They got to put their hands up and say, we want to drive this team forward. We want to get the victory, because there's a lots to play for here. Playoffs is around the corner. Remember, the final is the 16th of May. So lots of rugby still to be played. And the Western Province, or as we know them as the Stormers 23, are still in this competition. They are not out of this competition. They still got to play the Sharks again. It's got to play the Lions as well. So they need to bounce back here. This is a home game. Got to win your home games as well.
Very important, especially in front of your faithful, in front of your supporters. Just making sure, give them something to cheer about. And of course, as we're just moments away from the start of the second half, a lot of action is anticipated, a lot of fire and entertainment. It is a game of two halves, and the Stormers will know exactly what to do if they will want to come back victorious in this game. It is fourth round of the SA Rugby U23 Cup. And as for the Bulls, far too superior in the first half. Clinical, sensational and devastating with ball in hand. And as we're just a few moments away from the second half, expect fireworks, expect fire and a humdinger of a second half.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting second 40. There we have the players running out Sesetu at the DHL Stadium. Look at that, beautiful pictures. It's going to be an exciting second half, and well, the Stormers 23 got to throw the kitchen sink at this game now. Let's do or die for them now.
No need to be conservative, just far from all cylinders. And as the players make their way onto the park, moments away from the second half, a lot of chat would have been made, particularly in the Stormers camp. Have some confidence, believe in your systems, your structures. It is wet underfoot, playing the right areas of the field, and Dominic Malchas has been pivotal for the Stormers in the 10th possession, and Imad Khan with some fireworks towards the end of the first half. Can the Stormers start the second like how they ended the first? Malchas to send us underway. Second half upon us. Kickoff received. JJ Theron safe under the high ball. The Bulls maintaining their theme of BMT with ball in hand. And Neil Leroux, another box. He's been sensational in the first. Great accuracy. Aluta Wesi. Malchas does well to clean up. And all sorts of pressure back in the half of the Stormers. Line integrity from the Bulls is amazing. Here's Berger. Tries to show and go. Swarming that ruck of the Bulls. And looks to be a player down. Well, testosterone levels have reached the ceiling. What's a rugby game without some argy-bargy?
Yeah, players just getting to know each other, and we have a couple of scuffles going on the field here now. A couple of big scuffles. And that's all part of the rugby, as you said, lots of testosterone. Players just got to keep their composure here. Got to keep their calm, not do anything silly. Discipline is very important in this game. You don't want to give a yellow card or a red card here and reduce your side to 14 men. That's a very important point here. Got to keep 15 players in the field.
Well, one thing is for certain, there's only one team that is frustrated, and it's the home side, 19 points to 7. A lot of frustration here, and that resulted in a belter of a moment there. Just making sure that discipline remains steady. And Namak Baba, you can just see, just trying to mediate with his old friends.
Yeah, for Namak Taba and also Junior Pokomela playing against many of their old teammates here at the Stormers. So, yeah, the referee going to have a word with both captains here.
Well, it has been a great game so far. Great spectacle. South African rugby of the highest quality. And of course, tempers are flaring. But the Stormers will just need to relax here, just to keep composure. Still a lot of time in this game. It's not all lost. But Stormers will need to make sure they score first in the second half if they want to change the dynamics of this game.
Yeah, definitely. I think they're going to have to just keep their composure. Here we see referee says penalty again there against the Stormers 23. Not a great start here in the second half. Discipline, discipline, discipline.
Well, discipline is needed, and it's very unfortunate that the ill discipline has come from an experienced Imad Khan. Right now, you need leaders to lead by example, and right now you're just giving the Bulls an opportunity to attack from set piece, and that's a sumptuous kick from Vian Mentua. Sends in the Bulls forward pack. 10 shy of the whitewash.
Yeah, absolutely great kick, great touch finder there. Puts his side in a really good position now. There we have the Bulls forwards. Just looks like Sintu Manjesi. He's probably going to be the man there. He's going to probably get up there and watch the maul now. They're going to go for that front 2-ball maul. Can almost guarantee you that they're in a great position. They're about 10 meters from the try line.
Sintu Manjesi, what a name to have in your forward pack. URC winner with Glasgow Warriors, and he's here now. And the Bulls with the rolling maul behind it. Sean Sherman, trademark Blue Bull Rugby rolling maul, but well defended again. But here's Sherman straight to Malchus. He had to put his shoulder for the team. Leroux tries to sneak past. Just lost his footing, and the Bulls, they're knocking, and the try's been scored. Oh, sensational, unrelenting stuff. That's Kefas van Bouillon getting up with the ball. Or rather, JJ Theron extending the lead here for the Bulls. Sensational.
JJ Theron, you beauty. What a try. And it all started from the penalty. They set the driving maul, and there we see the breakaway from the reserve hooker. He drove his legs, pumped his legs forward, and then they just ran out of numbers there. Went over, spotted the gap, and well, just got over in the end. And in fact, it's just in the second go they actually got over. So he just got up, held up short there, and then the second go he had it, and he went over for the try then. Well-deserved try for the Bulls.
Well, one thing is for certain, they are keeping the basics. They are sticking to their structures, not overcomplicating. They do have a big forward pack, and they're making great use of them. And Sean Sherman just injecting some pace and physicality from the bench, replacing Joan Elser, half-time substitution. And that kick from Vian Mentor raises the flags.
Oh, there we have the replay again. Busty hooker just running hard, running straight. As I mentioned, the first attempt, he was just short there. He just slipped and went short. And then, well, the second attempt, he said, well, you're not going to stop me this close to the line. And that's a well-deserved try in the end.
Malchus with the reset. Manjesi, first touch, first carry from the former URC champion, Leroux. Another sensational box. Under it, Berger does well in the air. Flasa Efe was found shaking. Imad Khan looking for his Podya. Will go straight to Fuller. Playing an advantage. Malchus tries to step off his right. Well defended. They were playing an advantage, so for offside. Here's an opportunity for the Stormers.
Yeah, definitely here's an opportunity. Just the Bulls just shooting out of line. They put it in post, just shooting out of line and just coming out too fast there. So Stormers are going to get the penalty here now. They got to get some points here now. Kick at this ball as far as possible downfield. And has it gone out? No, it's not. So fundamental error. Let's play on here.
Immelman with the return kick, unable to find touch. That will be a very disappointing result. And that kick from Henry Immelman, sensational.
Yeah, and Setu, I touched on it at halftime. I said the Stormers have just got to go back to basics. Basics starts over that. You got to kick your touch finders. You got to find your touch finders, because if you don't kick the ball out, giving the ball back to the Bulls, and essentially they can counter-attack and play transitional rugby. So very, very important. You got to kick your touch finders and find your touch.
Basics, basics, basics. And Steve Sitole making his way onto the field, and he will be replacing Shelembe, another experienced loose head for the Bulls. Number of caps for the Lions, who finds himself now 45 minutes away in Pretoria.
Yeah, and just to touch on it as well, it's also a coach killer. As you said to, I mean, Coach Labib, believe he must be kicking himself here in the coaching box.
Vogozela finds Porter. And here we go. Is Morabe trying to add some impetus in the second half. Still running far too upright is the big number 8. Slow ball here for the Stormers. How can they respond? Imad Khan shaping for the box. That's great contest. Immelman hands it aloft, looking for taken in the air, but play on Leroux. Looking for some distance this time. Berger safe under the high balls. Counter-attack available. Brought to ground is a fullback. And here we go. Kuzwayo, strong carry from the loose head. Khan finds Malchas. Was that the right decision? Hartenberg, safe with the ball, and that grubber. All pressure here from Immelman. And the Stormers, with their tails up, they need to get this ball back. But Riyad Bam had to play scrum off there for the Bulls. Get the ball away. Luke Berger feeds himself. He's alone here, he's the fullback, but so far doesn't need any support. Kaba makes the hit. Great run here from the fullback. Stormers. Here's Roche. Head down, gets over the 22. The Stormers have to come back with something positive here. Khan, straight to Evans. Well, the ball was not ready for play, offside.
Yeah, that was clinical there as well. I mean, cynical, definitely there. I'm surprised the referee hasn't maybe stuck his yellow card out for that one. I think Imad Khan was very frustrated with that ball. It was front foot ball on the 22-meter line as well. And this is exactly what you want to see, say to Stormers with ball in hand, dangerous play, setting up the phases, getting over the advantage line. That's exactly what you want to see from the Stormers. And good play from Suleiman Atsberg as well to get that, trying the option from the cross kick and then going with a short chip kick. So good variation from the Stormers here. Now they've got to make it count here. Got to get their line-out functioning. First kick the ball out, their touch, and then get the line-out drive hopefully going here.
Well, one thing is for certain with the Stormers, with ball in hand, they do lack a bit of intensity, some direction. It's almost as if they're not exactly sure what to do with ball in hand.
Absolutely.
So they need to get some intensity, some direction quickly. And it all starts here from this opportunity of a line out. They want a penalty, as you mentioned now. Make sure the basics, get the ball to touch, make sure the ball is out.
Yeah.
Worry about the distance later.
I think also it's got to do with the team selection as well. Remember, some of the Stormers players have been playing in the main side. Some of them dropped down to this 23-man side. So sometimes the synergy and the alignment hasn't been there quite. Where we can
Good
see
point.
the Bulls with Coach Piwe Nomlomo, guys seem to know their roles properly here.
And Coach Pio Nomloma will be happy with the result with Selborne College this afternoon, beating Graham College. What a game.
He'll be delighted, absolutely.
Vogozela, another sumptuous throw. Oh, just deemed askew. Oh, great contest from the Bulls, creating that pressure. Another opportunity gone a bidding.
Yeah, we spoke about it just a couple of moments ago. You got to do your basics well, and that's exactly what's costing the Stormers 23-man side here. Not finding your touch fine, not finding your jumper. You've got to throw the ball straight in. And it's those type of things that cost you in a game like this. All these small moments add up. I think head coach Labib Levy, he'll be absolutely frustrated because he's got the players, he's got the game drive. It's just more the execution, Setu.
So only the execution and the synergy. Good point that you raised previously there. And right now the Bulls, no sign of panic, no sign of pressure. They're enjoying some scoreboard dominance here. 26 points to 7.
Yeah,
Almost 10 played in the second half.
Yeah, I think Setu, just to touch on, I think the Bulls will be absolutely delighted with this. 26-7 away from home. They're dominating and, well, they're just taking the opportunities when they come.
The script still the same as it was in Loftus for the Bulls. But the Stormers have enjoyed some dominance in the scrums. They'll be hoping for a very strong second shove here.
Yeah, just both cacks just going down simultaneously. Bit of wet conditions seem to have been tough here. Not easy for the guys. I think the referee's probably just going to give a bit of leeway because it is a bit wet underfoot. It's tough to keep your bein and to keep your hips above your waist as well. Not easy in these conditions, definitely. I mean, I've played hookers, I know exactly what it is like.
100%.
Tough there up front.
And of course, it will be very interesting to see now Steve Sitole with his first scrum off the bench against Asazi Sandy. Two big heavies. Neil LaRue for the Bulls. Well, short arm here against the Stormers for early shove. Great position. You find yourselves in the green zone. Just some discipline. Your nemesis.
For the Bulls, they'll be absolutely, as I mentioned, delighted. It's another exit play for them. They can exit and, well, kick as far as possible downfield. In fact, it's still going to be in place here too, so it's play on.
Here's Luke Berger looking for the counter. Back to Hartzenberg. Very tight space. Gets away from two defenders. Here's the Stormers 50 cap. Sazi, Sandy, Malchas, Morabe. Oh, that offload doesn't get to hand. Here's Manjesi down the line. Radomeyer, the kick downfield. Berger. Butubo. Chases his own kick. It's Luke Berger. Doesn't get it. But the Bulls will enjoy that opportunity.
Yeah, again, from the Stormers, it just looks like sometimes when they get the ball, they just don't know what to do with the ball. I think, Situ, that's the problem. Or they take the wrong option. On that occasion, maybe the offload, Kiki Morabi, he carried it really nice and direct and hard, but maybe the offload wasn't on. Just go down the ground, set up the next phase. That's maybe the better option in these conditions.
I was just about to say, especially in these conditions, those 50-50s will make or break you.
I think just to add on that as well, players just need to understand when it's wet weather, you can't go for the flashy stuff and the offload and the tackle. Just sometimes you just got to keep it basic, take it down the ground, give your scrum off some front football. Just do the basics as you mentioned.
Here come the Bulls in their territory, feeding the scrum. Neil Leroux, who's been quite prominent here for the Bulls.
If I could just add on Situ as well, from a coaching point of view, I mean, many of us have been coaching and players as well. The coaches way, if we know the saying called KISS, it says keep it simple. Just got to keep it simple in these conditions. That's the main bottom line in this. Keep it simple.
I'll be sure to remember that. To kiss it better, keep it simple better.
Absolutely. It's a very nice saying from our coaches on primary school told us that, but it's very effective. I have to say it's very effective in these conditions.
Ten minutes played in the second half at 26 points to 7. The dominance is still in favor of the men from Pretoria. We're still languishing at second place in the log with 6 points, but I'm sure they'll be enjoying some proper dominance. The very same way the Stormers will be enjoying this call in that scrum. Not decisions have to be made.
Oh, and that'll be a much relief penalty for the Stormers 23. On that occasion, they win the scrum. It seems like the loose hit prop there on the Bulls just popped up. So now the Stormers 23, Setu, they got to find their touch here. Firstly, that's the first thing, and then got to find their jumpers, because that's what's going to get them going with this driving more. It doesn't look like they're going to play any other flashy moves. It's going to be simple driver balls here.
That's a great kick though from Dominic Malchas, descending his forward pack 10 meters shy of the whitewash. But as you mentioned, they have to find the jumpers now. Is Vogozela.
Yeah, just keep it simple. Got to go to that front foot ball. As I mentioned, two ball. Go to the two ball, set up that maul, get the body position nice and low, and pump those legs hard going forward.
Vogozela. Oh, miscued. Asazi Sandy can't clean up for the Stormers, and the Bulls now. It's another huge shot of relief for the Bulls. Another missed opportunity here for the Stormers. Neil Leroux will find the safety of touch with that box. JC Mars, as he looks at the ball getting over. He had a fairly quiet game so far. Not a lot of action from his side.
Yeah, just it's been one of those days for the backline players. They're not going to get a lot of ball here. Not going to get a lot of space as well today. But again, we just go back to that line out. Vukuzela just got to keep it simple. Here we go again. Just got to throw to the front. Just get his jumper, throw into the back in these conditions. It's not going to be easy. Can't go for that long lob ball. Just got to throw it in front here. Just with his front foot ball. There we go. That's it. Much better.
And this time, of course, Gary Porter cleans up here for the Stormers. Here's a Roche, unable to break away off the shoulders of Ruben Groenewald. Namatlaba, what a nuisance in the breakdowns here for the Stormers. They can't contain him, and he does so well to win that ball for the Bulls.
Yeah, just disrupt that breakdown there. Namatlaba, man, he's been immense this whole second half, and in fact this whole game. And that's his experience Namatlaba brings, and that leadership. So great work there. There we see the owners and also the director of rugby, John Dobson, sitting with Rido Tlingwane. They're probably just taking some notes here for perhaps next week. Some looking out at players who perhaps put their hands up for next week's game against Glasgow.
Well, at this stage, I'm sure they'll be also scratching their heads.
Some reviews need to be done, eh?
Some proper reviews. Of course, in these conditions, some concentration is needed. A lot of concentration, as handling errors will be quite the norm.
Yeah, and just to touch on, say to the conditions, the rain just comes down hard here now at the DHL Stadium. So I can tell you now, the scrum effort here, the scrum taking place, it's going to be tough. It's not going to be easy. It's getting wetter. It's coming harder down, and it makes life very difficult, especially with the ball control, ball skills. Not easy to hold on to the ball.
And here to be another feed here for the Stormers as the floodlights brighten this field here in DHL Stadium. Is it shining bright for the Stormers or is it shining bright for the Bulls? But in this instance, this opportunity is shining bright for the Stormers with another penalty from the scrums. But can they capitalize and convert?
Yeah, so that's 2 scrums now. They've just won in a row in the second half. Got to take advantage of these type of things because you're winning your scrums, you're winning your set pieces. But now you got to make it count on the board now. Setu, it's no use. And there we go, another fundamental ball not kicked out.
Well, that's unfortunate for Malchus not finding touch, but finding the hands of a Bulls player. Ruan Enslin. As the rain trickles down at DHL Stadium. When it rains, it pours. Here's Neil LaRue, shaping up for yet another box. And he does connect. It hangs in the air for quite some time, and that chase from Enslin. Almost a sensational one from that box kick. But has been lost forward here by Enslin. Another opportunity for a penalty in the scrums.
Yeah, as I mentioned, the rain is coming down fast. That was not an easy opportunity to catch that ball. Very difficult. It was coming from a really high angle, wind blowing as well, and it's raining. Not easy to take it. So yeah, tough stuff. But again, Stormers have actually been good in the scrums here, but they got to take advantage. And here we have the change as well now coming up. So Coach Labib Levy just giving some of the reserves some fresh legs, as we call it, the bomb squad maybe coming on here. I'm not sure if we can call it a bomb squad, but we can call it maybe a Stormers super squad or something.
Wholesome substitutions being made on either outfit. Sazi Sandy making way for Herman Luba for the Stormers, as well as Jean Erasmus making way for Duan Potgieter for the Bulls. 26 points to 7 scores remain, and the Stormers will be licking their lips in this set piece. They've been enjoying some slight dominance come scrum time. Can they further impose themselves? Behind that scrum is Keke Morabi. Another penalty advantage here for the Stormers. Khan down the line. They will find Smith. Hartenberg tried to shimmy his way, but they were playing on advantage. Dominic Malchus has made his way off the field.
Again, now they've got to just cash in on this opportunity. It's another penalty, another scrum penalty. So they have 3 scrum penalties in a row there. So that means, that the referee's getting a picture that Stormers 23 are dominating at scrum time. They're all getting the upper hand. But now, as I mentioned, I've said it again on commentary 3 or 4 times, you got to take your opportunities. You got to cash in now. There's no use to get all these penalties, but no points on the board. So now they just got to get this line-out going, get the driving going, and then from there, try and just keep hold of the ball, keep position in hand, build phases.
100% composure with ball in hand. Just making sure, get the basics right. Can't emphasize enough about keeping your basics.
Yeah, here we go. Just keep it to the front, simple.
Great contest from the Bulls.
Oh, that's
another penalty here. Yet again, the Bulls just closing that gap illegally. Yeah. Another opportunity for the Stormers now to get further deep in the 22.
Another opportunity, and just to touch on something as well, it's been about 5 or 6 penalties in a row here. Just wonder if referee gonna maybe give a yellow card here, maybe just run out of patience, because there has been a number of penalties here, and it's in the green zone as well.
I also just think maybe because of the area of the field, had it been maybe on the 22, like 3 consecutive penalties, then maybe there have been a warning in the first half, so another penalty, one would assume, would come with a yellow card. Bogozela, he needs to be accurate, and so he is. Gary Porter, rolling ball initiated, the Bulls trying to force him over the touchline. They need to be careful here, the Stormers, not to lose possession here at the back of the small. Gaining some valuable meters here, the Stormers, but the Bulls relentless on defense. Slow ball here for the Stormers. Glorious opportunity here for the blue and white hoops. The forward pack just do all the dirty work. Can they get over? This is how they found themselves at the end of the first half, and they came back with some points. The Bulls, valiant on defense. Slow ball here for the Stormers, trying to chip their way over.
Just got to keep their composure here. Said to do nothing silly. Keep their composure.
Another quick tap here at the base. It looks like they're over on my end here, but the official right on the spot. And the try, or rather no, that's a penalty, and we just spoke about that discipline now, and here comes the yellow card.
I called it, I said it. I was surprised he hasn't given the yellow card earlier, because there's about 6 penalties on the trot. And that occasion, Vukuzela just short there, short, and then hands in the ruck. You can't put your hands in the ruck once the ruck's formed. So discipline there on the Bull side. Good defense though, I have to say. They're scrambling very hard. Scrambling hard, but in the end, gotta say, as I mentioned on commentary, composure. Just keep yourself composed. The opportunity will come. Vukuzela just unfortunately maybe 1 meter short there. Now the Stormers again, they get another opportunity. Now they got a cash in. 14 on 15 as well. Still 20 minutes. We're in the last quarter, she said to. This is where it counts, now or never.
The Stormers right now will need some BMT, big match temperament. Another glorious opportunity here for the blue and white hoops. And it looks like there's a player here that's walking off the field. Looks like it's a blood replacement.
Yeah, it looks like Henkes van Wyk. He's just going to have a bit of tension there. It looks like his nose just got a bit of bleeding around his nose there. Yeah, that's correct. That's Henkes van Wyk. There we go. Just bleeding on that nose there. Oh, and he's going to feel that tomorrow. Definitely, he said to.
He's definitely going to feel that. But Kuzwayo getting some more minutes in his mileage. It's just a blood replacement, hoping that Van Wyk, everything's okay, just blood. But back to the action. Lucanio Vogozela. I hope he grew up playing darts. He'll need to be accurate here. And so he is. Porter, the recipient. The Bulls counter-shoving here. The Stormers getting some momentum. Another advantage here for the Stormers, and the try has been scored. Lucanio Vogozela, take a bow, son.
Now, in fact, it's Keke Morabi. Oh, brilliant try from him. Keke Morabi, yeah, Setu. The excitement and levels have just come up here in the DHL Stadium. That's exactly what the doctors ordered. There we have the replay. Basic line out, throw to the front. That's exactly what they did there. Well taken there by Connor Evans, and then they got the driving ball. Look at that body position. Got nice and low. Drove hard, and yeah, there we go. Imad Khan was just driving, and then Keke Morabi went through the mall, and he went over for 5 points. So great try there, Setu.
Keke Morabi, the try scorer, gets one back for the Stormers. Imad Khan with his most difficult kick of the day. The distance, not a problem. Can he raise the flags? Oh. And the groans of the crowd were felt in the commentary booth.
Unlucky Imad Khan. Look at that replay there again. Again, beautiful line out from Vukuzela. As I spoke about it earlier, just keep it simple. Wins this line out, gets the driving more. And Keke Morabi, well, he went through the middle. Surprisingly, I don't think the Bulls forwards saw that one coming.
From the restart, here's a Luke Berger. That return kick. Immelman fielding it for the Bulls.
And
just outside the 22. Still under pressure, though.
Yeah, Setu, just to touch on that, sorry to disturb you there, just to come in there as well. It's now 18 minutes remaining in this game. In the last quarter, they just need 2 tries. That's all. That's the equation.
Game on.
It's game on, definitely.
The Bulls with a shorty. They go to the front. Theron back from the naughty corner. The Bulls enjoying possession. Here's a Stephen Nell. Now the advantage coming here. Picked up at the back, Sherman. Adding some pace. But well defended by Evans. But they are playing on advantage. But what a great fight here from Shauna Sherman. The reserve for the Bulls. No. Oh, sumptuous. No looker. Oh, what? Oh, what a result that would have been. That would have been something I would have loved to see. JC Mars needing some action.
Yeah, definitely some skillful play there, but penalty here for the Bulls, and I think Namataba is probably going to, probably say go straight to Poles here. He's got to take his points. Maybe just seal this game off for them. Interesting what they're going to do. Oh, in fact, they're going to go for the line out. Wow.
They want maximum points. Ruben Groenewald.
I think they're going for the kill here. They're going for the kill. They want to close this game off.
They're going for the jugular. All the Bulls. 26 points to 12. 14 the difference. And right now the Bulls are looking set to extend their lead. Just over 15 to play. Sherman. Much better performance from the Stormers compared to Loftus. But I'm sure right now they'll be looking for a better result.
Yeah, much improved second half so far, yeah. Not bad. Coming back nicely in this contest.
Sherman shapes up for the Bulls. Well, the first mistake in the lineup from the Bulls, uncharacteristically so, but falls in favor of the Stormers for that handling error. Well, another get out of jail free card for the Stormers.
Yeah, definitely. And there we saw Namatraba over that ball again, going for the jackal there. Can't keep him out this game.
Can't.
Unfortunately, just a knock on there from the line out. So Stormers are going to get an opportunity to get an exit player. They're going to have to get out at this 22. Still 15 minutes left on this clock. Game is not over. Game on. Remember, the Bulls still playing with 14 men as well. So Stormers got to take advantage here. Got to cash in. Try and get to the other side of the field, though. Playing the opposition off. As you say, the green zone, Setu. The party zone, as we call it.
Greener pastures, mate. Stormers trapped in the 22. They need to play some rugby on the opposite end of the field. Imad Khan set here to feed the scrum for the Stormers. 15 minutes is a lot of time here in a rugby match. Keke Morabe. Some dominance in the scrum, yet again. Picks up as a big number 8. Tries to get some meters here for the Stormers. Khan, can he do it? Well, penalty. Stormers, dominance in the scrum yet again.
Yeah, that's exactly that. 4 penalties here from scrum time. So, as I mentioned earlier, referee's got a clear picture here. Stormers have been getting the upper hand. 4 penalties at scrum time. So, that's a positive for them. If there's anything in this game so far, scrums have gone well. And even the fresh legs, the reserves coming on, they've continued that dominance up front. So, that's the one area Coach Lapie will be happy. And there we go. We have all the owners and Dobbo just... It's been a tough office, dead office for them, man. Not easy for them as coaches.
Yeah, it's been a tough Saturday.
Yeah, very emotional
Stormers.
week as well, losing Uncle Chippy.
Here's Malchas. Tries to torpedo, but Riyad Bam will keep that. Immelman looking for the counter, scans his way, tries to spin over, flirts with the 10 meter back in the Stormers territory. Keke Morabe just trying to compete in the breakdown, having a bit of a belter there with Riyad Bam. Sherman sets up for the Bulls. Here comes Stephen Nell looking for options. You see some space at the back, but Malchas is well positioned here. But Bam Bigelow causes some problems there for the Stormers back 3. And that kick, some action here for JC Mars. Oh, goodness. Very unfortunate from JC Mars. Well, he hasn't had a lot of action in this game, and that's one of the results. Here's Immelman with that cross kick. Suleiman Hassenberg. Well, he has tapped it backwards to the hands of Van Niekerk. Oh, great scramble defense from Suleiman Hassenberg. Almost as if it's cleaning up his mess.
Yeah, he had a big mistake from Suleiman there, but it looks like he's made that cover tackle. What a great tackle there in the corner. Then we just have the replay now. So we're just going to check it out. Maybe it was a great option there from Immelman. Ball play at the back, and Immelman just going for the cross kick. And unfortunately, Suleiman Hassenberg just couldn't gather that ball, just didn't take a clean here, and then, well, came across, beat his first defender, then made the tackle in the end. And as he got this down, though, just got to check it out, and I think he hasn't, though. Referee's gone with a 22 restart, so I think it's a knock on there, possibly.
Yeah, 100%. It'll be a goal line dropout. Well, great defensive effort there from Suleiman Assenberg.
Yeah, making up for that. I'm not sure what he was doing there. Maybe just leaving the ball behind and then...
He's human after all.
Yeah, I think maybe just his judgment probably there, just not getting the correct judgment there. Maybe he thought the ball was going out perhaps.
And that goal line drop out. Here's Carl Smith with the drop. Oh, wow. Well, hello. Carl Smith. 3 points clear. Bulls extending the lead. How about that?
How about that? Man, oh man, where's that come from?
Stephen Nell, rather.
Stephen Nell with a drop kick. Wow. Against the run of play out of nowhere. You got to take your points here, and they've taken it. So well done to the Bulls. Great stuff, Stephen Nell.
With the reset. And here we go again. Immelman looking for some physicality, but gets driven back by the big bodies of the Stormers. Stephen Nell looking for that box. Would have hoped for more distance, but still in possession of the Bulls. Back to now. Immelman down the line. Carl Smith. Luke Berger under it. They need to have some pace here. Luke Berger, no options. The Bulls are swarming that ruck and stolen yet again. Now Magaba. And the chase. Riyad Bam, the bounce. Oh, needing some great soccer skills here. The chase. Riyad Bam. Oh! Danger, danger, danger. There's a question that has been trending on social media that you know where the danger is. It's when you don't get your balls.
Oh, absolutely everything happening there in that phase of play. And well, referee's just having a word with his assistant ref. Is that a try? Has he made it down? What does he decide? He said he's just taking it back, and well, we just wait for the decision here.
Well,
so what is he going to decide? Oh, and it's a yellow card for
yellow.
deliberately knock-on. Wow.
Very unfortunate. That's a penalty try.
Could be. Yeah, we're going to have a look now.
Oh, very unfortunate.
Just would like to see that replay, though, as he maybe not charged it down.
A bit
I'm
harsh.
sure-
I'm sure he was looking for a grounding there.
Yeah,
rather
I'm
than-
just a bit sure, but if we could see that replay there, we're not sure exactly. If he just come across and maybe knocked the ball out, or is he put it
Yeah.
down exactly?
From where we're looking, I'm sure he was looking to attempt to ground it. as
Yeah,
in to
then
get
instead of
away.
knocking it out.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the referee's decision. We got to respect it. He's the man in the middle.
10 minutes in this fourth round. The Stormers yet to answer. Manjezi receives that reset. A strong carry from Sintu Machezi. Old boy from St Andrews in Makanda, Grahamstown, Eastern Cape. Stephen Nell, the lovely box. Luke Berger under it. Trying to inject some pace. Ruan Enslin unable to gather. Here we go again. The Stormers finding themselves in the great position of the field to such a point they get a penalty. But now what can they do with this result?
Yeah, they gotta throw the kitchen sink now. Last 10 minutes, got nothing to lose now. I don't think they're gonna come out victors in this game now. So they just gotta try and play what's in front of them now and hold on for next week. Perhaps that's maybe the best thing now for them.
Malchas finds a resounding touch. for
That's
the
more like
Stormers.
it. That's more like it. Sintu. That is the
100%.
way you want to do it. Kick it out, kick it as deep as possible, but make sure you kick the ball out. I think that's what he's done exactly there. So put his team now in a good position. Look, 9 minutes on the board. Got to maybe make the score respectable now. Try and get 1 or 2 tries here to end it off.
Opportunity here for the Stormers to decrease that deficit. Just 9 to play, or just under 9 to play. And behind it, Vogozela, the Bulls, holding up the Stormers here, not giving them an inch. Morabe, or rather Vogozela behind it. Here's Khan, or rather that is Asad Mus. Down the line, straight to Smith. Assad, strong carry, Porter. They need some injection of pace here. And he does well. He's a reserve lock. Morabe goes on his own, needs to pump his legs. So he does. Over the 5 he goes. Oh, just losing it on the deck.
Yeah, it just looks like it was like a boot there at the ruck time. Maybe just kicked it through there. And whoa, they're going to get another opportunity. Scrum time here. Now they're going to make it count. The scrums, you've seen, they've got that 4 penalties here in the second half. So This is much, much better from the Stormers 23. Good to see Assad Mus getting quick ball there as well. Fresh legs coming on. Forwards coming nicely around the corner. So, this is exactly what the Stormers 23 wants. They want now to get opportunity to score another try now. That's the only way they can see it here, Setu.
Yeah, 100%. And I'm sure right now, Keke Morabe will be licking his lips with this opportunity here to pick up at the back of the scrum. He is a big ball carrier, very robust with ball in hand. And this will be a glorious opportunity right now for the Stormers. And some ideas will be shared, of course.
Yeah, look at that beautiful picture there, Setu. DHL Stadium with the lights on. What a glorious sight there. And if you've just joined us, I'd like to say thank you to all our viewers that have just joined us here on Global Sports Network. What a great day at DHL Stadium. And Setu, unfortunately for DHL Stormers 23, been a tough day, but for the Bulls, wow, they'll be delighted. Coach Pee Wee Lomo, he'll be absolutely over the moon with this performance.
100%. What a coach. Pee Wee, we call him. We'll be very happy with this result. His side has shown great dominance, great precision. They have travelled with some confidence and have played with that confidence as well.
It's going to be a victory away from home. Man, you've got to win your home games in this competition. And for the coach Labib, he'll be upset. But for Coach Pee Wee, you'll be thinking to myself, wow, it's an extra 5 points for me. Because travelling here all the way to Cape Town is not an easy place to win. And even in these conditions, we've touched on a lot, the conditions are not easy.
Also, if you look at it biologically, the Bulls from high altitude, one would expect them to have quite bigger engines in this game. And these conditions
absolutely
do favour them. And the Stormers right now in a glorious opportunity, 5 meters shy of the whitewash. Here's Assad Mus. Morabe picks up at the back, and he goes, bumps him over. Keke Morabe, what a try! Sensational. Keke Morabe, you're doing.
Keke Morabe, your beauty, going over for his second try, showing his power. He only knew one way, and that was over the try line. What a great try. Great to see this man back in action. This is about his third game, coming back from that broken leg injury. Look at that beautiful picture. Great scrum there. Look at that body position. Getting the shove, getting the second shove. And Morabe controlled the ball nicely at the back, broke away, got rid of his first tackle, got rid of his second tackle, third and fourth, and he went over. So that is exactly what the doctor ordered. Great work from Keke Morabe. I have to say this, if he keeps his form up, I'm sure John Dobson will be looking at him in the future.
And they certainly are watching together with Rito Hlongwane, the forwards coach. There's something for them to have a talk about. And that try not converted by Dominic Malchus, 36 points to 17, 7 to play.
Yeah, I was trying to say, I've just been very impressed with Keke Morabe. Man, what a player, what a guy to have in your side. Wow, exceptional ball carry. He has a really big engine on him, and he doesn't stop. That's the other thing, Setu. He goes from minute 1 to minute 80. He's that type of player.
And here comes Grunewald with the reset. Hatzenberg under it. Tries to sneak his way through here. Was looking for that kick. And the Stormers pinned in the 22. Can they get out? Here's Evans. Assad Mus looking for options here. They change the direction, or rather shaping for the box. Mus with the box. Hatzenberg with the chase. Contests, unable to gather. The Bulls in possession. Here's now down the line to Potgieter. Great line from the tight head. Now again, Smith, or rather Grunewald. And the substitute, Akahlulwa Polkwana, with that grabber, causing problems here. Ruan Enslen, but you're going to go back for that handling error. What a contribution that would have been.
Oh, that was lovely play there. Lovely play in this difficult conditions. There we see it. Great hands and good option. Going with a kick there. Just unfortunately fumbling it. Quick ball came to the right here. And cut out pass and just a kick there. He saw the bit of a space. He identified it and just couldn't hang on to that one there, unfortunately. So gonna be a scrum for Stormers 23. But good options here from the Bulls. That's been the difference probably. And then taking the opportunities, Situ. I think Stormers have had a lot of ball here in the second half, but the the Bulls have made it count in the first half, and it was ultimately just a catch-up game for the Stormers here. Just they couldn't make the catch-up. The lead was just too big, and got to say credit to the Bulls here as well.
100%. And with just under 5 to play, 4 to be exact, they will know that this game is well and truly under their belt of the men from Pretoria. And they'll be happy with that reset scrum as the time keeps ticking. Going to have another reset. Well, what an encounter this has been. The Bulls maintain their dominance, still languishing at second place. We'll just get the results between the Lions and the Sharks that played earlier today. But right now here at DHL, the Bulls are looking to be victorious.
Yeah, they're going to come out victorious here, but can the DHL 23 get another consolation try here, perhaps? Finish the game strong. That's all what's required from them now.
That's a better scrum here for the Bulls, but still in possession. Malchas with the drift off the deck. Well, that pass looks like he can reply to my emails, but play on.
Window went forward there, definitely. I think the referee didn't see that one.
Definitely.
That was definitely a forward.
Well, looks like some argy-bargy still happening here between the two scrum halves, Assad Moose and Stephen Nell. Two Chihuahuas having a go at each other.
Absolutely. I was about to say, two guys not holding back from each other. Two typical scrum halves in a rugby field, having chirps, going hard at each other. Oh, it's a beautiful sight to see, Setu.
Scrum halves, they're my favorite. But right now the Bulls have another opportunity from set piece with their throwing the line out. 2 minutes or just over 2 to play in the second half. This game well and truly won here by the men from Pretoria. Sherman in front, gets stolen. Assad Moose unable to clean up here for the Stormers. Here's Stephen Nell, tries to boot the kick, but picked up is Riyad Bam. Oh, talk about luck, opportunity, and that grabber. Oh, unable to get it was Theron. Stormers, well, this will be a gift for Stephen Nell to take it, and has been stolen. Well, it's all happening here, folks. Some tempers are flaring here, frustrations are coming from the home side.
Yeah, there's plenty of action happening. Just from the line out there, looked like Assad Moose was tackled without the ball. That was the first thing that I think the referee missed there. So that's the reason why he had his hands up in there. He got tackled without the ball. Ball wasn't even in his hands and he got tackled. And from there, the Bulls obviously capitalized. So from the Bulls' point of view, excellent stuff. But for Stormers, that's one the reason why they had their hands up, their arms in the air. And that's going to be a coach killer.
Well, basics, schoolboy errors. That kick was supposed to go to touch, but now it just went over the dead ball line. So this will be a put in here for the Stormers.
Yeah, another error. We've seen it all day. It's been a problem with the kickers not kicking the ball out cleanly or overcooking it on this occasion. Sometimes not finding touch and sometimes overcooking it. That happens on a rugby field. Yeah, we got a last couple of seconds here too.
Well, the last minute, the Stormers unsuccessful in the fourth round here of the SA Rugby U23 Cup against the Bulls. And the Bulls will enjoy a back-to-back victory against the Blue and White Hoops. But how this game can end, the Stormers can still salvage some pride. Assad Musia with the feed. And that's a feed down the line. Smith burst right through. Was that a fraction high? Play on Moose, Marcas, Berger. Oh, what a line here. Hassenberg doing a lot of work here on the opposite end. Down the line again, here's Malchas. Oh, stopped in his tracks as Porter as a full-time siren announces itself. The Bulls will want to steal it to Nama Klaba. Sensational. Akahlulwa Borkwana will put the full stop in this game. 36 points to 17 is how this fourth round of the SA Rugby U23 Cup comes to an end. Sensational for the Bulls.
Absolutely sensational. Well done to the Bulls and congratulations on that full-time score. The Bulls coming out victorious. 36 points to 17 here at the DHL Stadium. Well done to the Bulls.
And that's it today, folks, and don't go anywhere. We'll catch you after the short break.
Gonna go down?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm gonna carry this one then. Okay. 36 points to 17 is how the fourth round of the SA Rugby U23 Cup has come to an end. Disappointing for the Stormers faithfuls, but a lot can be taken away from this game. I'm not alone. I'm with the captain. You can see very, very upset. Cappy, what happened today?
Yeah, obviously very disappointing. I think the Bulls, both weekends in a row now, they had a well thought out game plan, and they executed a lot better than we did. But yeah, I think we got a lot of things to work on, but it's not over for us, so we'll come back stronger. And yeah.
100%, of course. Holding the armband, you have to take one for the team here. What went wrong today? What didn't work well to come back with a victory here for the Bulls?
Yeah, I think just execution in the end. I felt like we were in there 22 a lot of the time, and we just couldn't execute. So that's credit to the Bulls defense in their red zone. I think it is very strong. But yeah, it's not we can't blame anyone. It's all our faults. But yeah, it is what it is. And as I said, we'll come back stronger. And I just want to thank everyone for coming out today, especially in this weather. So it meant a lot for us.
Sure, Cappy, well said, man, and all the best for this journey.
Thank you.
Laka.
Thank you. Sure, bro.
Coach. Yeah. Of course, the man who's had worn the blue and white hoops before, but right now applies his trade in the capital of the country. Namaklaba, let's first talk about your breakdowns, the nuisance that you bring. You practice that, of course.
Yeah, of course. Just as the kickers do. Yeah, it's obviously my trick to the party, so it's something that I have to practice. Yeah, it was tough in the beginning though, because obviously the province guys know that I play to the ball. So yeah, my back is a bit sore, but we'll take that.
100%. So for today, for the Bulls, what worked well today?
I think in terms of our plan, what we said we're gonna do, obviously it came into fruition. It sort of like worked out nicely. We got the kickoff from the toss, and then we got into our stride in terms of like not holding back and just starting on the front foot. Yeah, that went according to plan. But I think in terms of our discipline was a bit poor today, which allowed them back into the game. So that's something we're definitely gonna have to look at.
100%. And of course, right now you were sitting second place beyond the lines. Where do you see yourself in the next game?
Honestly, I haven't looked at the log, I'll be honest. Yeah, I'm a bit naughty for that one, but obviously we've got next week. I think it is against the Lions. They beat us in the first game, so yeah, we just want to take the momentum for these past 2 games, getting 2 wins, and hopefully we'll be able to rectify the mistakes that we made in the first week.
Namaklaba, short cappy, all the best. Well done today. Yeah?
Sharp.
Keep it going, keep it flowing like the water. That's it how it ends this afternoon, this beautiful Saturday in DHL Stadium. Sensational performance from the Bulls all the way from Pretoria, and it's a back-to-back victory against the Stormers. It's not the end of the road, still far too much rugby to play up until the playoffs. And my name is Setu Time. This is Global Sports Network. Check you on the next one.